Okay, so the project at hand is going to be working on this fin hydroseeder. I'm going to change the seals inside this knuckle and this knuckle here. I don't know which one it was that was leaking. I think it's this one up here, and it's getting all the guys wet, so they end up wrapping it. And I speak of guys, I mean Aaron, he complains about being wet. But they end up wrapping a towel around this when it's, well, there's a towel right there, matter of fact. When they're just watering, it leaks out so bad. The hydro mulch seems to keep it together. So we're going to be bringing this in the shop, taking it apart, and repairing this end with some new seals and some little ball bearings. Looks like it's going to be an absolute pain. I'll show you the kit of what comes with it. It's all just a bag full of balls, little tiny ball bearings. Just nasty. So I'm going to take this clamp off here. There's a big seal behind that. That comes up, slides down. This whole cannon comes right out. Take it in the shop and work on the bench. Alright, so here's the seal kit that they give you. New O-rings and this other type of fabric seal. Grease fittings, cotter key, and all these balls. That's pretty scary when I got this thing, but we're figuring it out now. So here's this end, and this basically slides in. I've already taken it apart, obviously, but I'm going to put my new O-ring on here and seal on there, and this slides in. And then you got to feed all the balls in here and rotate it around until it fills up, and that's what keeps this whole knuckle inside there. Then you put the cap on there and the grease fitting and the cotter key, and that's it. So really not that hard, but kind of just stupid. So let's get after it. I'm busy. You gotta make sure you put this in there straight.
What do you got there? Camera?
Yeah, you gotta show the people how to put a seal on one of these.
Instead of tickets, what's another word for cash? Win-free money?
So I don't know what this is. This is some sort of fabric type seal. But this is the, I guess I'm going to call this the outer seal. I'm just walking around with a screwdriver and kind of setting it in the groove. I don't know how well you guys can see that on the camera, but there's a groove it sets in. And this groove is lower than this one, so I'm pushing up against this one and then kind of pointing it in there and pushing it down in there as tight as I can get it. Make sure it's seated the way I want. Now it does seem that this is a little long. I don't know if that's by design, it needs to be longer, or if I'm supposed to cut it off. I can't remember what I'd done the other side. This is a two-part kit. This elbow goes up and down and swings, which I'll show you on the machine when I get it back on there. What's that? Snip that. But this elbow has to spin, so you can point whatever direction you want to point, and it's got to be able to go up and down, so you can shoot farther or shorter. And the length. Alright, let's see which one fits. Send two different seals with it. Yes, there must be two different sizes. So this one right here is too big, just falls right over it, so I'm thinking that's not it, which is what I expected, because I had another one here, same thing. These are some nice big thick O-rings. So I'll make sure this felt one is all seated in, which it's not. I gotta reset this thing. I might have to snip a little off. But I'm trying to make sure this mesh seal is seated properly. I assume they make it longer than what you need, so you can cut it if you need to, rather have more than not enough. Let me grab a pair of cutters. Make sure I want this, got this exactly where I want it before I cut it.
Perhaps you're one of those who has started their own business recently. You should jump on board the T-Mobile. Hey, it's Play Mode, and T-Mobile and Sprint have merged. It's their best network ever here in Buffalo, the South Texas, Niagara County, all over Western New York. They've added 1 million square miles of expanded LTE coverage across the country.
All right, so that's that. I got this mesh ring on there. I got the O-ring on there, and I just took about a 1/4 inch off the mesh.
Perhaps it is just across town. Stay connected on all those virtual meetings that you're going to have. Keep up with your product line. Time for the family and
All right, so I already cleaned up these surfaces where the balls are rolling around, and also in here I took a this little brush on a drill, clean it all up, clean it out with some brake clean. Now I'm gonna fit it back together. That should work. All right, you're in. All right, let's take a look. I just wanted you to see how I'm gonna feed this. I got this one done already. So you got a plastic cap here. It goes in here. I just spun it out with a pair of needle nose pliers after I pulled the cotter key, but you can see in there's a groove in the center there. And the top and bottom of that groove is where you got to feed those little balls into. So I'm gonna start by doing that now. To take it apart, it's the reverse. Pull the cap out. I'd spin this so it's facing down, and then just start spinning this around, and they're all gonna fall out. And they're all over the floor. There's my old ones right there. Flashlight must be dying. Spin them all out, and then this whole piece will come out. And then this, for this, I just gotta, I don't know what I would even call this, an extension. Screws into here and caps on the rest of the plug. But yeah, you just gotta spin it out. This one's easy because there's no elbow. This one's got this wacky elbow I had to deal with. So let's start doing that. It's important to make sure this is in there all the way, or you're gonna have a hard time feeding these little balls. So. You don't want to lose any of these things. It does give you a couple extras, but pop one in, pop the next in, pop the next in. This one's actually rolling right around, it sounds like. The other one I had to roll it through. Pop them in there. They're falling right into the groove. And they're rolling right around. The other one, like I said, I had to spin this and kind of feed them through. I mean, it seems like it's possibly the worst seal kit ever, which is why it's titled the worst seal kit ever. But actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not the greatest, but getting to know what to do is kind of a pain. That's why I'm making this video, because if anybody else ever had to do this kit, there's nothing to even reference. Alright, well, I can't fit any more in there, so time to go after the upper groove next. This one's probably going to be a little bit more difficult. To feed them in there with a screwdriver. Alright, let's take a look at this now. I got all the balls in there. You can see all of them in there. I spin them around. I'm making sure there's no gaps. These ones seem to fall right in and probably rolled around to the lowest point, which is good. The other one I had to kind of roll and make sure, but there's no room to even push anymore in there. It just keeps rolling around. So that must mean that I got them all in there. So next thing I'm going to do is put this cap on. Obviously clean cap. Threads in.
So maybe you keep pantyhose on your head to make sure the dust isn't hitting the pillow. Like a bed cover. Yeah.
I don't really know what the proper tool is to get these out, but I'm just going to use a pair of needle nose. It's plastic. It spins easy enough. As long as you grab it properly. A lot of cleaning involved, making sure you get this right. Then my cotter key is right there at the bottom. Not too far. I don't think I'm going to get another spin out of it, so I'm going to back off just a hair. Okay. This one's got a little tiny grease fitting in it. 8mm head. I got my 8mm socket here. I'm going to, oops. Dang it. I should have put the grease fitting in the cap before I put the cap in. Okay, we got it. 8mm. Just gonna probably just tighten this up by hand because it's plastic. We'll give it a little oomph. So just for comparison reasons, here's the old O-rings. You're not going to be able to tell on camera, but an O-ring's supposed to be round. Like this is literally a round surface. These ones are flat. This one is completely flat on the back. Worn out. And this is the other seal. Just crumbles apart. All right, I'm gonna grease this thing up. You hold this thing for me, or pull the trigger. I gotta spin this and hold this and pull the trigger. So I'll go ahead and hit it, the trigger. I can go faster than that, Randy. You gotta be kidding me. Things out of freaking grease every damn time. Ugh. Anybody else use a grease gun and every time you need the damn thing it's empty? Like every time? I mean, if you work by yourself it's different, but I swear every time I need the damn gun it's empty. Let's try this again. Got that on there. Come on. Alright, here we go. It's starting to come out now. Oh yeah. She's tight. Full of grease. It's rolling. Needs to be worked probably. Go ahead and clean all this grease out of here. Extra grease because all the dirt will stick to it. Time for the cotter pin at the bottom. The cotter pin's there to make sure that cap doesn't spin back out. Alright, that's that. I'm gonna thread this pipe back in. Want nice and easy. Clean all the surfaces up, makes your life easier. And taking your freaking time. Because I knew this job was going to be a pain. It's got to be reversed now. the way I want, I think. Nope, it's not. Dang it. I'm not a plumber, okay? That's that. This is the clamp that holds it together on the machine. That works real smooth. I'm not going to worry about that, so. All right, let's take it outside and get it back in. Let's get this back on. I didn't realize how bad that was.
Oh my God.
You don't realize how bad these things are until you get it done.
That is so...
You just have to fight this thing to turn it. Now you can just let the damn thing go and it goes wherever it needs to.
That might be bad. Like, if you're not holding it when you engage it,
This goes up and down real smooth too.
It's gonna fucking put your room.
Wow. You drove that machine over here. Wow, this spins real nice now.
It is.
It's a good work by me. I did a good job.
The best employee at Bow Enterprise, me.
Oh, we can edit that part out too.
Ah!
All right, well that's gonna wrap up this video. We got the cannon back on. Resealed down here. New seals up in the top on both elbows. This thing spins 360 like a dream now, and this goes up and down like fantastic. So that's a huge plus. We'll give you a quick look at this thing while I'm out here. It's our 1995 Finn T120. It's a 1,200 gallon tank. And we have it mounted on a hook lift bed. You've seen some of my other hook lift trucks pulling the skid steer up. But this is a hydro seeder on a hook lift. So you drop your bed off, you come over here and you hook up, pull it up on the truck, and now you got a truck mounted hydro seeder. There's a hose reel. I got storage up in here for bags of seed. This normally gets filled up with seed. This is all hydro bales on the top deck and hydro bales on the other side. Flip down ladder, got a couple tools here, hydrant wrench, pipe wrench. We added a ball valve to this for easier draining. More storage on this side. And then these rails up here, they slide back and forth so you can easily load pallets from the side. Also added a garden hose to the back of this one and a plunger for the drain. You can plunge out the drain. But this allows us to get in really tight areas compared to having a trailer and having a back trailer in. So that's nice, working in tight areas, or one guy driving the truck and the other guy can be standing up on the back. It's a lot more, I think it's more efficient than a trailer for sure. And there's no registration required. Just slap it up on the back of the truck and send it. So, all right, well that concludes this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, let me know that you liked the video. Thumbs down if you really didn't like it. I know it wasn't too much in depth. It took me about 3 or 4 days to get that project done because I just worked on it a little bit at a time. Projects like that, if you try to rush through it, you'll end up with an absolute nightmare of a project, and that's why I took my time on it. I did 20-30 minutes a day on it, so I didn't screw something up. So I got it done, and you know, it's still March, so we got another month before we probably even think about using this thing. So that concludes this video. Like I said, if you like the video, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. That lets me know you like the videos that I'm putting out. As always, we'll see you in the next one.